Hey, my name is Ben Fraser. I'm the founder of Ready.Set.Van, and behind me I have this Sprinter 170 that I'm absolutely dying to show you guys. We've been working on this for a while, and it has a whole bunch of truly custom aspects to it. In fact, this van kind of represents a new direction for us with a limited part of our capacity, which is we're going to start doing some partial custom builds and also some clean sheet full custom builds with a small part of our capacity here at Ready.Set.Van, which is super exciting. I'm very, very excited about that. I can tell you about that in another video, but this van is one of those first vans that we're building. And in this case, the client came to us with a very specific need that our regular vans would not meet. And that need is that they have two 100-pound plus dogs that they want to be able to take with them around the country to dog agility events, dog shows, and all kinds of dog meetups. And they want to be able to travel super comfortably in this van themselves, but they also want their dogs to be comfortable and also safe while they're driving. And the end result, I think, is absolutely fantastic. I'm so proud of everything that our team did here to make this van. It's absolutely gorgeous inside. I don't know, it's just great. I'm super stoked. So excited to share that with you. It's like 105 degrees outside, so I have both air conditioners going. I'm hoping the background noise isn't too much. If it is, I'm sorry. But hopefully that's fine. So as you can tell, I'm super excited. Thank you for being here. Let's go. Okay, so I'm gonna start by walking us all the way around the exterior of this beautiful machine, and then we'll hit the inside afterwards. So first up, we've got this Owl Pismo bumper, which is really nice. It's got a worn 10,000-pound winch mounted inside, and then of course two LP9 Pros on top. This whole package I think is really sweet. Obviously Owl products are awesome. You're going to see there's a bunch of other Owl products bolted up here, and I'll talk about those as well. Obviously up there we've got a sweet set of KC lights. I love the look of those lights. I think it's awesome. They're going to bring a ton of light, and also they just look fantastic. There's kind of no denying that the whole front end of this machine looks friggin' sweet. So kind of love the decisions they made here. Also, we lifted the van 2 inches, and then we put on a set of BF Goodrich KO2 tires on a set of Black Rhino Arsenal rims. So they look really, really sweet. And then down the side here, we have the Owl side steps, which I think are my favorite side steps. If you're gonna have a fixed side step on a Sprinter, personally, I think they're the way to go. So aside from being a really good looking product, I'm also really impressed by how these are built. As with most things from Owl, they're really sort of over-engineered, they're overbuilt, which I really like. So we have these nice, big, strong tubular sections that are all welded up. We also have this nice, big platform here. There's plenty of space for your foot to really confidently land on here. Some running boards and side steps can be a little narrow, and it seems a little sketchy when you step on them. Some of them are too wide and they stick out way too much. I think they kind of nailed those proportions with this. And then the other thing, and this is really a big deal, is the brackets underneath are really, really overbuilt. They're really strong, they're really secure, and that's not actually common with most running boards and side steps. Sometimes the brackets can be a bit flimsy. These are really strong. I think if you did have an incident where you banged this into something or you made contact with something, not only is it going to hold up, it'll protect your van. They're just confidence inspiring. So big fan of these. Let's go around to the back and I'll show you the stuff there. Okay, and on the back of this van, we have a pretty classic Owl lineup. We've got the spare tire carrier with a ladder. If you haven't seen this ladder setup before, there's a peg over here and you can just hop up there and scamper on up to the roof. You know, you got to climb over all this stuff, so if you're planning on taking things in your hands up to the roof, it's going to be a little tricky, but it's a great ladder solution, especially if you're not planning on going up to the roof that often. So that's totally great. On the passenger side here, we have the B2 carrier with a monster box mounted up. This is the first one of these monster boxes that we've ever gotten here in the shop. And I have to say I have some pretty mixed feelings about it, but I'll share the good and then the bad. So this is one giant box. They used to have, well, they still have it, but it would be pretty common to do a medium and a large box combo, or I don't know, other combos as well. What's nice about this is when you open it up, top opens up, and then the bottom, there's a little pin right here. You pull that out, and the bottom comes down. And this is really nice. This is a nice big table that you got here. So if you're doing your stuff, it's totally great. Really like this whole setup. I do wish there was an extra shelf or two in here, but you know, whatever. We could easily fabricate another shelf if we needed to, or maybe they would sell separate shelves. I don't know. But the thing that I'm not crazy about with this, and it's kind of more than not crazy about it, it's like a little terrifying to me, is that when this comes down and hits there, this spot right here, if your hand is here, is just downright dangerous. This edge here is just a clean, sharp metal edge, and you got another one here with a little rubber gasket. And if somebody has their hand here and they're not paying attention and maybe somebody else comes along and closes the lid, you're going straight to the hospital with broken fingers. I think that's awful. There's kind of no other way to put it. It comes with a sticker that says don't do that. I don't think a sticker is good enough. I think there's a bunch of things that could be done to make this a lot safer. I'm assuming that Al already knows about this because they sent it with a sticker, and I'm sure they're working on a solution for that. But in the meantime, until there's a solution to that, unless you're traveling by yourself and you're confident that you're not going to, accidentally do that to yourself, that would be fine. But if you're traveling with other people, kids, family, I don't know, I wouldn't do it. So hopefully they'll sort that out soon. I'm sure they will. They make great things, so I'm sure they'll iterate on that and improve it. Let's go around the side. So over here on the driver's side, we've got a couple Arctic turn windows. You'll see those in a minute when we do the inside part of the tour. The owl side steps are also on this side, so they extend all the way down right to the owl side ladder. And I really like this owl side ladder for a couple reasons. Number one, it's pretty low profile. It hugs pretty close to the van. I always worry about with side ladders, if they stick out a bit far, you worry about hitting them on things, maybe catching branches inside them, things like that. So it's nice that it's kind of relatively low profile. And then the steps are squared off. So they're nice flat steps. They're not like a tubular metal, nice flat step. And they already went ahead and put some grip tape on there. I always worry about our clients taking their vans out in the world and wanting to go up on the roof. And the top of a van is really high. And I don't know, I just always worry about people slipping, things like that. And I feel like this ladder, it's just, it's solid, but it's also, I just like that the steps are squared off and it has grip tape on them right out of the box. So they're really great. I don't think anybody's ever gonna slip on these. And that makes me feel good because I don't have one less thing I have to worry about. So yeah, let's do the part that I'm most excited about, which is the inside. Let's head around right now. Okay, time for the beautiful home tour. So. These guys chose to go with walnut wood accents on the inside, as you can see. And if you've seen many of my other videos, you probably know that I absolutely love walnut on the interior. I just feel like walnut with white is just such a crisp, clean look. I absolutely love it. It's actually my kitchen at home is all walnut cabinets, and I have a white countertop. So, so there you go. That's just my personal preference. Always makes me happy when I see a van in this setup. So on the outside here, we have this fold-down table, which is made of a hardwood and acrylic composite. So we make this in-house. I talk about this all the time. I absolutely love it. Go watch another video and I'll go into too much detail about how this thing's made and stuff. But I love it. It's just nice and minimal. It's a nice big area. Here, of course, we have a little cutting board here that you can use if you're doing like a little food prep right here. You can also use it as like a little food plate or charcuterie board if you want to be fancy. And then up here we also have a magnet board. So you can put knives, cutlery, things like that, get them out of the way while you're doing your work. Also, we have a 110 outlet over here, and then we have a USB outlet over here. Also right here is a little dimmer knob for this awesome little light that I designed. I love it. It's nice because it makes nice task lighting here, but also it kind of gently illuminates the area around the van. So at night you can turn this on and it's just kind of nice soft lighting around the van. Also means that you can actually see what you're doing here, and if you're prepping food or you're doing something else, you can see really clearly, but it's not a really bright light that's going to be kind of blinding anybody else that's around. So super love that tremendously. I love this whole setup, actually. I think it's just great. The other nice thing is the magnets that are in here also line up with magnets that are in this table. So when you fold it up, they just engage with those magnets, and works great. Love it. Let's head inside. So the Sprinter 170 has really become my favorite platform to design around. And I still love every other van that we build on. I still love the ProMaster. I still love even the Sprinter 144. We'll be doing Transit soon. I'm sure I'm going to love them too. But the 170 has really kind of earned a special place in my heart, just because the larger build envelope kind of really opens the doors for a lot of the possibilities for sort of additional luxury and comfort, and also kind of reduces the need to make certain compromises. And I really love it. And so like for, this example here, in the back there, we've got a king size bed, we've got a big kitchen here. We got a nice big shower. We got a nice pantry here that I'll show you in a minute. And this space here is just really nice and open and big. And it's like everything, the proportions really just seem kind of, you know, everything you would want and maybe a little bit more. So I've been really enjoying the recent work we've been doing on the Springer 170s and some of the custom stuff that is coming down the pipe, including this one. So let me just show you a little bit around this area here. So we got a walnut butcher block table here, which if you see in my other videos, I absolutely love this. There's something so nice about having a piece of a nice wood table to sit at and touch. It's nice, a big area too. It's nice you can kind of spread out. It's easy for two people to eat a meal here. Also, I mean, if it were me and I was doing work, I could have my laptop here, come out some other things. There's a lot of nice space. And of course, this spot here is right next to this big window, which, you know, I just love these Arctic Tern windows. They open really big and you just get tons of airflow, which is awesome. You can sit here during the rain, and rain will just shed down off of this window, which obviously is fantastic. So just a huge fan of these windows. Just close that back up. Of course, the windows also have a integrated bug screen and then a blackout shade there as well. So totally great. Up above me, we have our overhead. In the front compartment, we just have nice big open storage. And then above me here, we have a microwave tucked away. So it's nice to have the microwave tucked in there behind a door so you don't really see it most of the time. And then when you need to use it, you just open up the door and get in there. Below me here, we have two more drawers that are nice and big. And then behind me, we have this pantry that I'm gonna show you right now. So this pantry is one of my favorite architectural details in the whole build. I think it's just absolutely beautiful and attractive, but it's also super functional. So it's a twofer. We have lots of storage here. There's storage right in the top here. We can put lots of little things, and also storage down there. And of course, then we have a second one here as well. So between the two of these, you can store all kinds of stuff in here. It's just an awesome way to use this like narrow little sliver of space and make it really, really useful. And then I just love, I mean, it just looks great. I mean, who doesn't like that? Let's come around, I'll show you the kitchen now. So the kitchen's a nice big kitchen here, and it's almost 5 feet long. It's obviously the same walnut butcher block that I love so much. I think this is just a really, really nice big surface to work with here. Obviously we got a nice big Rivati sink with one of these guys so you can spray all around and everything. And these guys chose to go with the double induction cooktop. We could have put a single in here or none actually and just have this whole space open, but they chose to go with the double, which is totally great. Below here we've got a Dometic CRX 80 fridge, which is awesome. We love that fridge. And we have lots of drawers in this, and all of the drawers in this van, that includes the pantry and the drawers down there, all of the drawers have electromagnetic locks that we came up with here at Ready.Set.Van, and they're absolutely fantastic. And the way they work is that basically when the drawer closes, it gets pulled in and it hits there's a metal plate on the back of each drawer, and it hits the electromagnetic lock that's in there. And then basically as soon as you turn on the van, it engages all of those electromagnets and all of your drawers lock automatically. It's freaking fantastic. And what's great about it also is like if you forget to close one of your drawers and you start driving, you're like, forgot to close one of my drawers. As soon as this gets slammed after you go around a sharp left bend, it'll come in, it'll hit that electromagnet and just lock, which is awesome. So you really never even have to think about like, oh, did I latch all my things? And like that whole kind of process that you have to remember to do in a van or an RV to make sure you closed all your things. You don't really have to do in the van. They'll all lock automatically, and it's pretty awesome. There's also a switch over here, so if the van is running and you want to disable those locks, you can just disable them with this little switch right here. So those have been awesome. Really, really proud of that little innovation that we came up with. There's also a whole bank of drawers here. So this is just like such a luxury to have this many large drawers in a kitchen. It's I wish I had this in my van, truthfully. And maybe one day I'll have one of these vans. We'll see. But this huge stack of drawers is just really, really nice. So nice big drawers. Some of them are quite deep. And you can put all kinds of stuff in there. There's a special drawer right here, which is a step drawer to help get up into bed. So this one pulls out. It locks all the way out, so it's totally solid. It's on heavy-duty drawer slides that are rated up to, I think, around 600 pounds. And so there's a nice solid platform here you can step on to get up into bed, which is awesome. Obviously, underneath, there's still storage. You can take this lid out, and there's storage underneath. And then when you want to close it, there's a little lock right here. You just flip that little lock and close it, which is totally great. Over here on this side, we have our shower. This is our classic Ready.Set.Van shower with white acrylic walls and a teak floor. These guys chose to go with a Laveo Dryflush toilet. Totally great toilet. If you want to see all the various toilet options that are out there, I just did a toilet video that literally went through every single toilet, so you can check that out as well. But the Laveo is a great choice. We can put just about any toilet in here, but that's what they chose, which is totally good. We got our hot and cold mixer over here and a shower head up here. This shower is hooked up to a 4-gallon hot water heater, so that's good for about an 8 or 10 minute shower, depending on how you use your water. But totally great. The shower door is just this nice little guy here. And what's nice about this is as it comes back, it just kind of rolls up inside there, it squeegees off. It just works great. Anyway, let's check out the bed area. So this giant bed is one of my favorite things about the recent 170 builds that we've been doing. It's just such luxury to have this much bed, to be able to really sprawl out 1 or 2 people here. It's just kind of, it's a luxury you don't normally have in a van, and it's really nice. So this mattress is what they call an RV short king. So it has king in the name, but it's not, you know, let's not kid ourselves. It's not as big as the king you have at home. This is 72 inches this way, 75 inches that way. But it is plenty big. It's a big old bed, and it's pretty damn comfy. So that's awesome. We got some overhead storage here. You know, most people stick their clothes and stuff in here. Really nice storage here. Of course, we have a nice light down the side here, also on a dimmer, of course. So if you want some dim light while you're in bed, then that's really nice. A nice way to kind of settle in for the evening. Over here on either side, we have 2 bunk windows. So these are great. These are the same style window that we have over by the Dinette. They're Arctic turn windows. And so they do the same thing. They awning out, and then they have the integrated bug screen and blackout shade. And by awning out, it's just so nice because you can have them open in the rain. You can set the fan behind me on exhaust. That'll be blowing air out, so you'll be drawing air in through these over the bed. Just seems kind of magical. Seems like that would be really nice. I would like that. Above me here is the 9500 BTU air conditioner, which is just fantastic. That thing produces tons and tons of cold, which is what you want. But what I really want to show you is what is going on below. So we got the whole custom dog crate set up. So let's go check out that now. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, our client came to us with a very specific need of being able to house her 200-pound plus dogs while they travel around the country, going to shows and things. Our designer Chris did an absolutely fantastic job coming up with a solution, came up with a few different options. Eventually we settled on this, and I think it came out really, really great. The solution was basically we had to, redesign our utility cabs. Normally our utility cabs would go all the way down each side. We really shrunk them down as much as we could. We sort of pushed them back into the corners to try and create the most amount of floor space for these dogs. So you can see when I open up this back gate here, there's quite a bit of space here, floor space for the dog. And same thing over on this side. They're actually, it doesn't quite look like it on camera, but they're actually exactly the same on both sides. They're symmetrical. What's really great about this is, with using a ramp or some steps, she can load the dogs in through the back, but then she can also load them in from the home side of the van as well. So that gate up at the front there, basically you open that gate, the dividing wall actually is on rollers, so you can push the dividing wall back, and that creates a pathway for the dogs to be able to get from the living area into the kennel area and back and forth. And the solution is really, really great. I think Chris, our designer, did just such a great job with this. And all the parts were sent out. The local shop did all the laser cutting of all the steel and most of the fabrication too. So it's really, really top-notch result in my opinion. And and there's one more thing, but wait, there's more. When we were thinking through this solution for them, I was thinking about, okay, so she's going to be traveling with these dogs, and it's very, very common for people to be concerned about their dogs being in the car getting too hot. And we've had a bunch of clients who actually choose to get air conditioning, not because they need it for themselves, but because they want it for their pet, which makes perfect sense. And so what we decided to do here was actually create a whole separate air conditioning system just for the dogs in here. And so what we did is we actually, in the floor here, we cut out the floor of the van. We dropped in a steel box that goes down into the area where the spare tire would have been, and we put an air conditioning unit down in there, and then it's ducted up to the sides over here. And so there's a whole separate 12-volt air conditioning system that is just for the dogs. she'll be able to run it days and days and days. She has, I think, roughly 12,000 amp hours of battery. 1,200 amp hours of batteries. So she's got so much power on board. And the peace of mind of being able to just turn on this air conditioning, know the dog's going to be just fine, not have to cool the whole van if she doesn't want to, I think is just awesome. So I don't know, really, really excited about the way that turned out. And all of it. And I'm excited to hear how it works out for them, because this was definitely a fun project. It was an involved project. It took longer than we thought it was. They've been incredibly patient, and I'm very appreciative of that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to see what they do with it. So anyway, I think the end result of this is pretty fantastic. Kind of really proud of the whole team putting this together. And I think the end result is really, really great. So let's head around front and we'll wrap this up. Well, that wraps up another van tour. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I'd love to hear your thoughts on our whole dog crate solution and what you think about that. It's the first time we've ever done that, and it was a lot of fun. I think also, I have a feeling there's a lot of people out there who are looking for a similar kind of dog crate solution. We've had some requests before. Obviously, this is the first time we've done it. I'm pretty excited about the way it turned out. But let me know if you think you have a better way to do it or anything else. But either way, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day. Peace.